Right then, let's do some bug hunting. Okay. First one, the planner is not working. Unfortunately, Graham hasn't actually wrote down anything to tell me why the planner isn't working. So I will give it a test myself and see what's happening. Let's start it from the game scene. We will have, yeah, play with 4 people on a multiplayer. Oh, hang on, I'm going to compile. What is the planner inside? That's the wrong planner. Inside is scrap a dead inside or outside your base. If this card is a plan or stop card, place it in your hand. Okay, that should be easy enough to test. Let's get to that point. Okay, scrap a dead inside or outside your base. Okay, so I don't have anything inside or outside. So we're going to cheat first. I can have a look in the city deck and see what the top card of this is. It is a vehicle. So in that case, what did the card do again? Oh wait, no, sorry. I get the vehicle. Forgot how to play the game. Okay. This card is the trader. Okay. If this card is a plan or a stop card, place it in your hand. Otherwise, it's going to die. So, it's trader. It dies. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's go around to the next player. So, let's see if I can find a plan or a stop card. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So when you take when you take a card from the city deck, you take one, and if it's face down, you then take the next card underneath instead inside your base. So this card, if I take this card, I'm going to get a plan, fire, relocate. Yeah, that's the one. And then another dead gets brought into my base. But now, this one should be, I will double check just in case it's broken. That is also a plan, yes. Okay. So now if I play the planner, and I scrap this one, it is a plan, so it should come into my hand. That's correct. Okay, everything's going fine. Okay, so let's try again. This time we're going to test it for a stop card. So I need to get a stop card inside. Ah, there we go, perfect. City deck 5, which is this one. So I get fuel in my hand, but then this guy should be a stop card. Yes, it is. Cool. So now I'll put the planet inside. It is a stop card, and it goes in my hand. So, this bug, it's maybe not a bug. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Upgrade the police car. Okay, this will be cool. The police car inside should be upgraded to allow the destruction of any dead at the base rather than just inside. Okay, so if I have a look at the police car on here, the police car originally, wait for it, inside. If this card is inside your base, any survivor, it's very difficult reading from the key, any survivor played to your stockpile will kill 1 dead inside your base. Okay, this should be really easy to change. Because I have this little tool here that I created. I'm probably going to write a blog post about it because it's really cool. So basically, all the actions, every card has 3 actions. Roughly every card has 3 actions. Oh, okay, I don't actually... I'll explain anyway. And then every action is made up of a bunch of steps that are totally generic, so you can just plug them in and it magically works. That was a terrible description. I'm going to write a blog post. Okay. So in that case, if I do it by code, that happens. So when the police car is placed, that is where a No, hang on. Go back to the card. Read Twitter. Read what you're going to do. If this card is inside your base, any survivor played to your stockpile. Okay, so it's when a survivor is played to a stockpile. So I'm still in the right class. Play a card, play a state. Okay, so here. So this checks if the police car is inside. Check for police cruiser. This probably... Yeah, okay, so I check here. If I am playing a survivor, if I'm not, we really don't care because that is what this card is about. If it's being played to the stockpile, that's all we care about. Okay, so... Oh, and then that's checking that the police car is inside. Okay, so that is accurate. We don't have to change that function. Move card inside. Do I choose a random card? Finds a dead card inside the base, checks for dead on top of survivors first. Oh, so I do it automatically. Oh, that's cool. I can easily add that to be dead at the base rather than... Okay, so we'll keep it so it checks it inside first, and then... Yeah, okay, so we'll check that it for inside survivors first, then we'll do outside if a dead is on top of a survivor, and then we'll do inside, and then we'll do outside. So I'm basically just going to copy and paste. Well, change that outside index, because I believe in naming your variables in for loops, not I and not j, and the thing that you're actually going to be essentially looping over. What does I mean? What does I stand for? Outside index, card index. That's so much more explanatory. Okay. So that should be fine. So I won't copy that comment. We don't need to comment twice. First check whether there are any dead on top of a survivor inside the player's base. Then check whether there are any dead on top of the survivor outside the player's base. If no dead, blah blah blah. Outside index. Outside, 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 outside. Okay. So now all that copy and pasting is done, we will test it. Okay, I'll do my little inside the player controller. I've got this little hack thing. It's just for debug, just when it's in a local game and we're running in the inspector, so that I can choose what cards start in my player's hands. Just because it's so much easier than having to like search through the deck, and if I know there's something specific that I'm going to be testing, I can just pop it in there, easy. Okay. So I am going to pop the survivor inside. Not the survivor, I'm going to put the police car inside. So now I have, let's put the convict inside the stockpile. Card is deaded. Let's put the doctor outside. And we'll just skip back around to player 1 again. And then we just try and fill up. Oh, that's interesting. Ah, that's a bug. That card, sorry, I'm pointing at the screen. Dead should go, when the dead are placed in your base, they should go 0, 1, 2. But they're missing this slot. They should fill up all the empty slots and then go on top of the survivor and then move inside. So I wonder if they think something is inside this base. That is a debug where... Here we go, outside list. Yeah, okay. So when I scrapped that dead, it didn't appear to remove the reference to it. Because we've got in slot one, which is this one, is the fuel. Of course, it's face down, so we can't tell it's the fuel. And in slot 2, we've got the doctor and the plan. Again, the plan is face down, so we can't tell. But it thinks there's a dead card inside in slot 0, but that dead card is actually the thing that's in the scrap. So I haven't updated the reference. Okay, so this must be true. Choose a dead card. Dead. We'll just sit in the base because it's not technically inside anymore. Ah, because remove card. So remove card. So there, I was only checking the remove card inside function, which would only check the inside slots. Because previously, because it wasn't outside, I didn't have to. Yeah. So remove the card. Let's just check. Dead scrapped. Blah blah blah. Okay, that should be totally fine. That's what I said last time. Let's try it again. Okay, so let's get a card from the city deck. We'll put the police card down, and then we'll put the saboteur straight in the stockpile. Okay, so this guy should now be empty. Yes, there are no cards. We'll go around and double check just to make sure. So I take another card from the city deck. The dead goes into the correct slot. Okay. Oops. Let's place the Seductress. And let's put on. I only get 3 actions a turn, so let's put some dead on top of her. Okay, so now it should remove this dead card first when I put the spot inside the stockpile. Yes. Yes, it does. Okay, cool. I will not archive that because, yeah, I finished it, but we need to change the writing words on the card. Okay. What's my next book? Plan inside, upgrade the police card, army truck outside fails. Was playing solitaire, repeats every time the chat was played outside. Only the first selection of survivor players there. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so we will put the army truck in our hand to begin with. This time, okay, so I've been playing in. Oops. No. Unity, stop. Behave though. So I was playing multiplayer, so I'll change and play in solitaire. It's so much easier to have a whole bunch of like controllers and settings and stuff inside the inspector that just magically change things. Maybe I should write a blog post about that too, because they're really, really helpful. I had a horrible version going on in Living Dungeon. Ugh. I've learned a lot. Okay. Sorry, it was army truck outside. Soldier, sniper, planner. Actually, I don't have any of these cards in my hand, do I? Okay, let's also. So we want the soldier, sniper. What other cards were there? Army truck. Soldier, sniper, planner, scout. Okay, that'll do. Just so I've got those 3 cards to play. Okay. I'm going to play soldier, sniper, and actually they're not very good. Okay, scout's a decent one to play. Planner and soldier. So I'm going to play the army truck outside. I'm going to select scout. Oh, yeah, that should have let me select them all first, I think. Okay, let's play the scout. Select that one, place it outside someone else's base. Yes, and now that is finished. Okay, so now this is going back to what I was saying for the step data, my fun little tool. Okay, so let's have a look at the army truck. Find card, yeah, checklist, update, select, remove. Ah, yeah, okay. That is in the wrong place. So basically, this just works like it's just steps. So first of all, we're not allowing the player to cancel their action. We're going to start a loop. It's essentially a for loop for everything inside the brackets here and the end loop. I'll have to go into more detail. Finding the cards, check the cards. Basically, they're selecting the cards, but then within that for loop, that's where it's saying play the card. So we don't want that there. We want that at the very end. Oops, I didn't actually want to put onto sacrifice. Usually the problem is when you find that there's errors with the way the cards function, it's usually because the step data does one tiny thing wrong. Okay, so we're going to play the army truck outside. We're going to have the scout, the soldier, and we'll go for planner. Okay, that looked better. So we'll play the scout. Oh, that's a bad test. Okay, then we're going to play the soldier. We will play him outside. We will say, kill you. And then finally, we have the planner to play. We'll just put her inside. There we go. That looked fine. And I got an event. So I was like, actually, I just want to test something there. Spotify was literally just advertising corgis to me. How do they know what I Instagram? Okay, just play the army truck. Yeah, it says selected 5, okay. There is another bug I'd like to look at later. Okay, so army truck outside is fixed. I will archive that and move on to the next bug. Where's that one that I was literally just talking about? Plan, okay. Yeah, the cards don't... Sorry, the UI doesn't say the correct thing. No, the plan I am looking for is... No, what was it called? Flip 5 city decks. I think it was inside. Here we go. Flip the top card of any 5 city decks, forward planning. So let's get rid of all of that. Forward. Nope, it's not going to find it. Did we change the name? Found down. There it is. And I probably have some indexes, noting down some indexes incorrectly. Okay. Oh wait, yeah, okay. Select 3 cards out of 5. So that's coding counting, so that's not correct. So that should be in 5. Now it should say select 4 cards. 3, 2. See, now it says 0. That's not right. 1. Okay. That is probably not a step data tool, but I will just double check just to make sure. That was inside start loop. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe I'm just counting wrong. You know what, it's a good job I checked that before looking through the code, because I could have been on for ages. Okay, forward planning. Flip 5 decks. Select 5 cards. There we go. Oh, brilliant. Select 4 cards. 3, 2, 1. Cool. So hopefully, that's the only particular card I noticed that on. Hopefully that's not on anything else, because as you can see, that was a specific step data thing. Nothing I can change in code to make sure that that stays fine. So I will, where is it? Archive that. Okay, and I think I might stop there actually, because the next ones involve a lot of me reading. Okay, so there we go. Couple of bugs fixed. Nice and easy. Productive morning.